up, y'all? You know who it is. It's really Quan, man. I appreciate y'all for locking in, man. Y'all know how we rocking. I hope y'all continue to subscribe, like, and comment. I hope y'all loving the content. I keep getting a lot of feedback, and I love the feedback. The feedback is like, yo, bro, this shit made for you. You feel me? Like, you doing your thing with this. I love hearing that because it makes me, and it helps me stay motivated and be consistent with this content and keep dropping the content. I want to start by saying this. I was doing the interviews and stuff, and those shit's hilarious. Don't get it twisted. You know, interviewing the Bills players and all that stuff. But I feel like in order for me to stay consistent, this is a lesson. In order for me to stay consistent, I had to do content that revolves around my everyday life, which is real estate. You know, I flip houses. That's my main job. All right, so that's just a little key. If you having trouble doing content, try to do some content that revolves around your everyday life. In today's video, though, I want to talk to y'all about my strategy in real estate. All right, my main strategy is flipping. Where I'm from, Rochester, New York, flipping the market is so good, you can make a lot of money. You feel me? You can make some real yapes. You feel me? Like, you good. You don't got to really do too much. Like, as long as you find a house for a good price point, you don't got to do too much. So I want to talk to y'all about my strategy. Once I flip a house, I usually buy a hold. Now I'm gonna tell you why. So I give y'all a perfect example. My last flip, today is December 17th, 2024. My last flip was earlier 2024. All right. If y'all watched the last video or a couple videos ago, then y'all realize that I made 100K off that. You know what I mean? And that's humbly speaking. Again, this is just for motivational purposes only. Because if somebody make 40K in a year and I flip a house and made 100, that can motivate them. Like, yo, ain't no way he made double and a half what I made in a year. And he did that in 2-3 months. Like, it's well worth it. So back to the main topic. I made 100 bands off that house. I knew a lady that was selling 2 properties. You know, they both were renovated. No, I'm sorry. She was selling 2 properties. One of them was already rented out. The other one I didn't really care for, but my buddy wanted it. So I wholesaled it to him, and I didn't even charge him for it, but he gave me 10K, you know what I mean, off the rip. Like, here, bro, you know what I mean, for even giving me the house. So the one house that I did buy from her, it was $43,000, and I got it with the tenants in it. Like I said, it was already rented, and they pay $1,600 a month. So my strategy is, if I made 100 and I had 115 into the house, I can use some of the profit, still keep the profit and the money I initially invested to, you know, have money in the bank in my pocket or whatever. But to generate passive income, which is the name of the game, where you don't have to work every month, I said, let me buy this house. $43,000 is gonna bring me $1,600 a month. If your rent is $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, now you basically trading in money for, you know, to be able to pay your bills every month, and you still have that leftover cash. So that was only $43,000. I get $1,600 a month from that property. Another one of my properties that I purchased, I made a status on Facebook. So in order to evade paying realtors, I usually just make a status on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Like, yo, if you find me a house, I'll give you $1,000 that I buy. I'll give you $1,000. Now, again, in my last video, it made sense because if I get a house for 20,000, but it's worth 100 right now, somebody just, you know, lack of knowledge or whatever, then I got a lot of room to pay you $1,000. So one of my buddies found a house for me, and I called the owner up. He didn't know the owner. I called the owner up. The owner said he lived out of state. Usually that's how it usually happens. He lived out of state. So I paid. He told me he wanted like 40K. I'm like, bro, I can't give you 40K. This house got squatters and whatever the case may be. And I ended up getting $1,000 a month from this house. You know what I mean? I ended up paying, I think, $33,000 for the house. Great buy. I wasn't tripping. So I traded in $76,000. I traded in $76,000 to get $2,600 a month. I think it's worth it because I still had, what's the math on that? 76,000. So chose 208 minus 76. Still got 132 to flip and buy more properties. But that right there is going to take care of my bills because I don't live in Rochester. So now I got this money to send back to my apartment where, where I live at, and my comfort spot, put this phone back on the charger, but my comfort spot, you know what I'm saying, to make sure my bills is paid, my car note, whatever bills I got, that is covering that. Because money sitting around don't do nothing for you. If you got $100,000 in your closet, let's just say you got $100,000 in your closet, and it's just sitting there. In 10 years, as long as nobody don't rob you, that 100K gonna be just sitting there. I'd rather take the risk of losing the money than just keeping it sitting in the closet. I'm aggressive. I'm young. I'm 28. I'm trying to get to it. I don't have time to no. So I don't really buy holds to I just want stability. I mean, yeah, but I more so do it for the to take care of my bills. I could just use it all towards flipping other houses. But when you got lenders, you just leverage that. Like, hey, yo, I need rehab money too. You know what I'm saying? And now you really making out. They giving you free bands. You feel me? You good money. You don't got a trip. So I wanted to definitely that's one of the things off the checklist. I wanted to come in here and talk to y'all about that, because you do have to have a strategy. You know what I mean? You don't want to be running wild, because even like the house I bought for $43,000. I paid, like I said, $43,000. I didn't put no renovations into it. I'm getting $1,600 a month. I'll call back. I'm getting $1,600 a month. You know what I'm saying? So that house probably worth like $90,000 right now. Like as is, it's rented out. So I got probably like $60,000 in equity in that house. You can't beat that. $60,000 in equity. So if I wanted to sell it, or they move and I want to flip, whatever the case may be, I'm good. I don't really have much to worry about. So the other one though, I actually just got rid of that this week. Because it was a lot going on over there, too much going on. So yeah, like I said, I wanted to come here and talk to y'all about that. I got a couple more topics too. Drop in the comments what y'all want me to talk about. So far, I've already dropped a couple videos, but I'm gonna give y'all like 3 topics. Okay, so I could check this off. Every flip I buy, a hold, which is my strategy. How I met my realtor. What I wanted for CNT, but I listed during the wrong time. And buying an LLC, how people think that's a cool thing to do, but it's really the bare minimum. And how making money for the LLC is the real flex. But yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. This shit is going great. Y'all helping me stay consistent. All of the feedback is great. Y'all know the vibes is nothing but love, man. We're going to tap in a minute.
I ain't talking about no picture, I got rich off Instagram. Her poet, I speak for the streets, you might not understand. I'll tell you nothing before a lie, keep that shit a band. Fresh out the camera.